The radar screens light up before anyone speaks. A blip appears, then another, moving fast across the dark expanse of the Red Sea. For a brief moment, everything feels suspended in time. This is not a drill. Somewhere beyond the horizon, weapons have been launched, and they are heading toward one of the most powerful symbols of American military dominance on Earth. An aircraft carrier. A floating city. A moving fortress. The Houthis have tried to do the unthinkable. And in doing so, they may have crossed a line that cannot be uncrossed. From the outside, it might sound like just another headline. Another bold claim. Another threat shouted into the chaos of the Middle East. But inside the command centers, aboard the ships cutting through the sea, and deep within the calculations of military planners, this moment carries a far heavier weight. Because attempting to strike a U.S. aircraft carrier is not just an attack. It is a message. And messages like this rarely end quietly. The Red Sea has always been more than just water. It is a corridor of global trade, a lifeline connecting continents, and now, a stage for modern warfare. Over the past months, this narrow stretch of sea has become increasingly dangerous. Commercial ships divert their routes. Insurance costs skyrocket. Warships patrol day and night. And at the center of it all stands a carrier strike group, its presence meant to deter exactly what is now unfolding. The Houthis, an Iran-backed armed group based in Yemen, have grown bolder. Their missiles reach farther. Their drones fly lower and smarter. Their confidence has been fueled by regional chaos and global hesitation. What began as harassment of commercial shipping evolved into direct challenges against naval forces. And then came the claim that shocked even seasoned observers, an attempted strike on a U.S. aircraft carrier. To understand why this matters so deeply, you must first understand what an aircraft carrier truly represents. It is not just a ship. It is airpower, intelligence, logistics, and command rolled into one moving platform. It carries dozens of fighter jets capable of striking targets hundreds of miles away. It is protected by layers of defense, destroyers, cruisers, submarines, early warning aircraft, and some of the most advanced missile defense systems ever built. Hitting one is not supposed to be possible. Trying to hit one is an act of extreme escalation. According to Houthi statements, missiles and drones were launched toward American warships operating in the Red Sea. The language was defiant, confident, almost triumphant. They claimed success. They claimed impact. But claims are one thing. Reality is another. U.S. military officials responded with carefully chosen words. No damage. No casualties. Threats neutralized. Intercepts successful. And yet, the very fact that such an attempt was made has changed the equation. Inside the carrier strike group, the response is immediate and automatic. Sensors detect incoming threats at extreme distances. Aegis combat systems track multiple targets simultaneously. Fighter jets are scrambled. Electronic warfare systems begin to jam signals. Missiles are launched to destroy missiles. Drones are shot from the sky before they ever get close. This is modern naval warfare operating at its highest level. But the story does not end with interception. Because for every missile that is launched, someone has to decide where it came from. For every drone shot down, someone traces its path back to a launch site. And once those locations are identified, the next question becomes unavoidable: do you respond? In the days that follow, US and allied forces intensify their operations. Radar sites are struck, launch platforms are destroyed, weapons caches are hit with precision. Each strike is calculated, not just to neutralize immediate threats, but to send a signal of its own. A reminder of consequences. A warning written in fire and steel. The Houthis frame their actions as resistance, as retaliation, as solidarity with broader regional causes. And among their supporters, these claims resonate. But military reality does not bend to rhetoric. Attempting to target a carrier does not weaken American presence. It strengthens resolve. The Red Sea becomes more crowded with warships. Patrols increase. Rules of engagement tighten. Every radar contact is scrutinized. Every unidentified object is treated as a potential threat. The margin for error shrinks. Meanwhile, the global implications ripple outward. Shipping companies reassess routes. Governments issue warnings. Markets react. A single attempted strike has now affected supply chains, energy flows, and diplomatic calculations far beyond Yemen. Behind closed doors, analysts debate the deeper meaning. Was this a genuine attempt to score a historic blow? Or a calculated provocation, designed to provoke a response and rally support? Or perhaps a test, probing defenses, measuring reaction times, collecting data for the future? Because even a failed attack can be informative. Each interception reveals something, each response pattern teaches lessons. And both sides know it. For the United States, the challenge is balance. Respond too softly, and the attacks continue, growing bolder. Respond too forcefully, and the conflict widens, pulling in regional powers and risking escalation with Iran. Every decision is weighed not just in military terms, but political ones. For the Houthis, the calculus is different. Survival, visibility, leverage. By confronting a superpower, they amplify their relevance. They place themselves at the center of a global conversation. But they also invite attention of the most dangerous kind. History offers no shortage of warnings. Groups and states that misjudge American red lines often pay a heavy price. Aircraft carriers have been threatened before. They have been targeted before. But successful strikes are exceedingly rare, and retaliation is almost always overwhelming. What makes this moment different is the environment. The density of threats. The speed of information. The blurred line between state and non-state actors. Drones costing a few $1,000s challenge systems worth billions. Missiles launched from hidden sites force fleets to stay constantly on edge. This is asymmetric warfare at sea. Yet, even asymmetry has limits. As days turn into weeks, the immediate crisis fades from headlines, but not from operations rooms. Patrols continue. Strikes continue. The message remains clear: the carrier is still there. The aircraft still launch. The sea lanes remain under guard. And the Houthis, despite their claims, have not altered that reality. The attempted strike becomes a case study. Military academies analyze it. Strategists debate it. Commentators argue over narratives. But stripped of propaganda and speculation, one fact stands firm: trying to hit a U.S. aircraft carrier did not achieve the intended result. Instead, it triggered a chain reaction of heightened security, intensified military action, and increased international focus. In warfare, intent matters. Capability matters more. And consequences matter most of all. The Red Sea remains tense. The danger has not passed. Another missile could be launched tomorrow. Another drone could appear on radar screens without warning. But now, every actor involved understands the stakes more clearly. Because the moment those blips appeared on the screens, the game changed. And once such a line is tested, it is never forgotten. This was not just an attack attempt. It was a signal. And it was, by every measurable standard, a very big mistake.